Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Range Rover Vogue, then I'll take you for a ride in it. But first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 3-litre TD V6 Vogue, 2015 on 15 plate, in absolutely beautiful condition. Has done 70,283 miles. Fuel economy, urban 33.2 miles per gallon, extra urban 40.4 miles per gallon, and combined is 37.7 miles per gallon. Has a 0 to 60 time of 7.4 seconds, a top speed of 130 miles per hour, out of a 254 brake horsepower, 6-cylinder 24 valve engine. It's finished in a really unusual colour. It's called Scotia Grey. Some people think it's silver, some people think it's grey. To me it looks like a very pale greeny grey. You'll have to make your own mind up. It's got cream interior, keyless entry, keyless go, silver flash up the side and the body coloured blades, multi-spoke alloys, high pressure headlamp wash, a silver Range Rover grille, silver Range Rover badges, front parking sensors. This one doesn't have a rear privacy glass, and as I always say, it looks all the better for it. The vehicle looks actually longer and sleeker than if it's got black back windows. It's got power folding door mirrors, split rear tailgate, both of the sections open from the key, plenty of room in the back, absolutely loads. It has rear controls for climate, rear centre armrest. It's just an absolutely beautiful car. Of course, it's got the full length panoramic glass sunroof as well with the shade band. I'm going to get the aircon on first, otherwise my cameras will overheat in absolutely no time. Get that switched on. Now whoever's been sat in this is got the seat right. Well, I know who's been sat in it. We actually sold this car. I started videoing it last week and we got a phone call off a customer who wanted it. They hadn't seen it, they hadn't driven it. So it was all arranged to go out on Saturday. So I didn't continue with the video. And in fact, some of the video I've just deleted. Anyway, when the lady come to drive it, she thought it was too big for her and decided not to go ahead. A little bit annoying because we've got another customer who wanted to buy it as well, as always happens. But you know, that's life in the motor trade. Now, that's somebody sat here. If you see the next Range Rover that goes past you, if you look at the driver, no doubt it'll be a woman. And I seriously think if the lady had bought it, continued and carried on, I think she'd have been in love with the vehicle in no time whatsoever, and you'd never get her out of it. But at first impressions, and anyway, she didn't want it, so that's it. But this must have been the seat position. She was sat right the way up, and it's got 3-position memory seats. John dealt with her on Saturday. As I say, no hard feelings. We don't want to sell a car to somebody who doesn't want to buy the car. You know, it's just not worth it. So that's position 1, somebody's been sat in. Position 2, that's again, that's more like an examination position, I think. And position 3. So there you go. So the electric memory seats got electric memory steering wheel and also the door mirrors. So I'm going to get myself into some kind of position which is a lot further down than that. So that's as far down as it'll go. Up a little bit. Steering wheel in. There we go. That's that, and then the door mirrors. We'll get both door handles in over there, and then if I click M and 1, you hear a ding. That's it. So go back to memory 3, and then I'll press my memory 1, and you'll see the door mirrors, steering wheel, seat all moving just from the touch of a button. So once you're comfortable, set that memory position and you're right then. Let's just, no, I don't want that down. So I'll just tell you the service history on this as well before we go. Turn this down a little bit, couldn't make too much noise. 21st of the 4th 2016 at 7,540 miles, Land Rover Preston. 28th of the 6th 2017 at 15,680 miles, Land Rover Preston. 31st of the 5th 2018 at 22,403 miles, Land Rover Preston. 27th of the 6th 2019 at 30,108 miles, Land Rover Preston. 17th of the 2nd 2020 at 34,989 miles, Ultra, whoever that is, Ultra Limited. 22nd of the 2nd 2021 at 41,706 miles, Ultra Limited. 10th of the 2nd 2022 at 49,721 miles, Ultra Limited. 23rd of the 2nd 2023 at 61,783 miles, Ultra Limited. 15th of the 2nd 2024 68,379 miles, Ultra Limited. And what did we say it's done now? 70,200 was it? 70,283. Right, so turn that up a little bit more. If you can hear the fan, sorry about that, but honestly it's so hot today that if I don't put the aircon on, these cameras are flipping useless really when in the heat. Let's go. Actually, no, I've not quite got that right. That's more like it. Memory 1. Yeah, that's better. Well, let's go. I've driven this car before. It is beautiful. Oh God, honestly, these are the best car on the road. They are. I feel sorry for the lady. I didn't get to meet her, but I just know that if she'd have persevered with it till she got used to it, then she'd have absolutely loved it. Such fantastic value Range Rovers are now. The Vogues, this time last year would have been twice as much as this, and of course we've got EVs to thank for the residual value falls. But there you go. It could be worse. You could have an EV, not a Range Rover. At least you get to drive one of these and enjoy it. So we've got sat nav. Sat nav's there. It'll probably usually it tells you. You know, you just got to agree not to be distracted and click a button. But the sat nav's there. It's got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming. I can't remember whether this one's got TV. At one time, I'd have been falling over myself to get into a car that had a TV. Now, I couldn't care less. We've got access height there, access height button. Press the button. Car lowers, makes it easier to get out. It just looks an eyeful. It's a lovely colour combination. You've got piano black. There we go. Everything in Range Rover is lovely. Aluminium that's looks and feels like proper aluminium. It's just nice. The whole thing about the car, everything, the seats, they're like your favourite armchair. It's just like driving down the road in your favourite armchair. It doesn't get any better. So we've got the electric windows all round. Got cruise control. Cruise control. Everything in Land Rover is dead simple, or certainly up until the later ones where you get the iPad, which still aren't too bad. But cruise control, 40 mile an hour limit here, set. That's it. One button, cruise control is set. There's no problems at all. We've got voice activation here, your telephone, your mode button. Click on the mode, that just changes the input for the audio. heated steering wheel. So we've got heated steering wheel, we've got heated seats, front and rear climate control, heated front screen, paddle shift. Just click down, paddle shift on the left, and away we go. But I don't need to click down because I'm in a Range Rover. I own the road. I've got nowhere to go and all day to get there. Why would you rush? I mean, I sat outside my friend's bar yesterday and a guy goes by in a BMW and he's got one of these dump valves and the crackling exhaust, and he drives past normally. If he doesn't see anybody there, he drives past normally. There's people sat outside the two bars. Of course, he accelerates right up the street and then takes his foot off the accelerator just as he gets, so it pops and bangs. Honestly, when's the last time you saw somebody in a Range Rover do shit like that? Oh God, this is just, it's warm outside today. The aircon's icy, the seat's comfortable. You know, doesn't get any better. We've got front central armrest there, got USB in, power socket, auxiliary in. It's also got a little cooler box there. Just here, you've got your cup holders, you've got a power socket, you've got your terrain response here. Where's stop start? Yeah, stop start there. We want to knock that off because we don't want to get killed at a roundabout. You're just about to set this big 2-ton plus lumbering Range Rover Vogue off at the roundabout, and it cuts out when there's a lorry coming and just delays you by just enough to have an irate lorry driver in your rear view mirror. You know, we've just bought a 4.4 one of these as well, 4.4 diesel. That should be coming tomorrow. We've got 5 litre petrol. And I'm way behind at the moment. As I mentioned in a previous video, John went in for a double heart bypass. He's back already, working part-time. And we're just trying to catch up. But the videos certainly aren't up to my usual standard. This video will probably be even worse because I've I've deleted the videos of the close-ups and the outside. I don't think that's going to be very good. So I apologise now, but listen to this. What's the speed limit here? I'll just drop it down and then we'll give it. Here we go, just. We're away. That's fast enough. Just absolutely perfect. And the Vogue, I like the sport. Saying about the lady, it being too big for the lady. I'm not sure whether John tried to get her into the sport. It was probably the particular colour of this vehicle that she liked, I would imagine, to start off with. But the sport's just a bit smaller. It's ideal for me. I mean, the sport's a little bit harsher, a little bit bumpier. I think it looks better. But just Car's got a great service history. Lance remarked when he cleaned it just how nice it was too. There we go. I'll just show you this. So that's the big pan roof. And you've got, of course, the roller blind there. If it gets too hot, just push that across like so. You've also got little, if you're a bit smaller than me, you've got a little armrest there that you can just wind up and down. I've got this front one. On this side I've got a big flat door card. It's got Meridian speakers. The sound system is awesome. You know, it's just blooming. I'm going to tuck in here actually. I'm not going in at the last minute. I'm not in a BMW or an Audi. Bags of room in the back. The rear seats fold down as well. You can virtually get anything in. In fact, I'm taking a two-seater sofa to my mates. I was going to go home in a van, but I might just go home in this instead. Deliver it in style. It's like driving in bed. You can see even that in front, that old BMW X1 in front there. It just, you know, you can see what's happening overhead. You feel so safe in them. Glad I haven't gone down the motorway. Ah dear. The motorway's chock-a-block. But to be fair, again, just here we had, I'm probably going back about 5 years now, I think. There's a lorry driver texting, and all the cars had stopped. So that GoPro's overheated, even with my aircon blasting away. There you go. Anyway, so lorry driver texting, guy sat there, back of the queue, traffic queue, all stopped in his Range Rover. Lorry driver hit him. Range Rover concertinaed up to the back of the driver's seat, and that guy got out alive. The first thing he did was to come and try and buy a Range Rover, another one. You can just throw it around if you want to. Not that you would, because I always try and get more miles to the gallon out of them. I try to drive smoother, you know, not have it changing gear as much, going around roundabouts, anticipating traffic lights. It's a technique called hypermiling. I mean, if you want to run a big car like this, then the more miles to gallon you can get, the more you save, and the more pleasure it is, really. Nobody wants a car that eats them out of house and home, but it's also a compromise. You want to be safe, you want to be comfortable, you want your family to be safe. And lo and behold, it looks like the level crossing is down again. Fancy that. Who'd have thought? So all easy controls, phone, that's John's phone, to pair another mobile, search new. I won't do it because people, even though I'm stopped, people will moan and report me. But it's so easy. All you have to do as well, when there's no phone connected, if you just click on phone, and it brings up a list of phones on there, so you can delete it too. Dead easy to program your sat nav. Here we go. Nav menu. Destination entry. Postcode. So we're Grosvenor Garage, Blackburn Road, Higher Walton, Preston, PR5. Even though it's a 2-digit number, you don't have to put a space in with the Range Rover. So 4EA. OK. Waypoint, new destination. Do you want it? So there must already have been something programmed into the navigation. So it's asking me if I wanted that as a waypoint or just a new destination, just to go there. And of course, that's what we do. Destination's been set. That's it. It's as easy as that. Indicators on the left here, wipers on the right. In the end there, if I click in the end, that's changing the display at the bottom. Average speed, average miles per gallon, instantaneous miles per gallon. Range. On the left hand side of the dash, you've got rev counter. On the right, speedo. In the center of the speedo, you've also got, because the dial or the clock is analog, really. It's an LED, but it's analog. Then you've got the digital speedo, telling you exactly how many miles an hour you're doing. Below that, the fuel gauge. On the left-hand side in the rev counter, you've got coolant temperature gauge. It's just a lovely, well thought out, great design. Onto home menu. There we go. Audio settings, take me home, extra functions. Extra features. Now we've got climate, cameras, stealth, eco data, 4x4. That's the 4x4 data. Doesn't get any better. Okay, well, I'll finish the video there. I can promise you this car is an absolute eyeful. It's just lovely. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be a Range Rover Vogue, although it could well be the 4.4 Vogue too, because I'll be wanting to drive that as soon as it comes in. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video, bye bye.